Hello to all you drockers out there. Welcome to this occasional, and very occasional I should say, series on Or What's in My Cellar. And the latest item is this fantastic Dredd figure from Mezco. There's more than just this one figure. This is the basic blue one, which everyone can get straight away. There is a black and white one, which was the New York Comic Con exclusive, which is heading this way because a friend in America managed to get me one. And there's also another, which we've all called the Disco Dredd. Very light blue, is a cast earth poncho on top, and that's on its way from another store. This was from the Big Bad Toy store, I think it's called, and the other one is the Lair of the Octopus. As you can see, nice packaging, lovely eagle on the side, 112 logo on the top. A little bit on the bottom that says ages 15 and up, not a toy for children, intended for adult collectors only. There you have it. And obviously on the back you've got 3 poses of Dredd and then some close-ups of his equipment and him doing bits and bobs, stun grenades or smoke grenades, lawgiver, handcuffs, boot knife, day stick, and a bit of his chin there. This was designed by Ben Wilshire, one of the current crop of excellent Dredd artists who work at 2000 AD, and he's done other stuff obviously. Now this is quite nice. When you take the box out, as you can see, it's a clear cover. I think that's really nice. So we've got that. Then you've got the basic Dredd with the, sadly, the IDW version of the logo there. But it looks quite nice on this. It's just the contents of the old ongoing series we're not very happy about. And on the back you have a nice, you probably just catch it in the light, Dredd in the darkness there. So that's quite nice. And you open it up. There we are inside. So that's just like issue 1, one of the covers they did, well, one of the 26 covers they did for issue 1 of the IDW Dredd. And there's Dredd inside. Items have all fell out because I've been messing about with it already. So he's nicely put inside. So I'll take him out now. Slide it out. There we are, nice packaging. You've also got a stand, as you can see underneath there, if you want to stand him and display him. I can see everyone making little stop motion films with these little figures. Again, there's a nice, oh, there goes one of his hands, I'll just get that. Right, let's get them out. So you've got them in, again, it's sort of a plastic cradle to keep them safe, so he doesn't bash about. A bit of silica gel inside so it doesn't get damp. Alright, so we'll go on the basic Dredd figure. Helmet doesn't come off, which is good. It's got a nice bit of damage on the sides of the helmet there, so it's not a brand new judge out on the streets. It's got a lovely feel to the fake leathers on his uniform, on his one piece. The lovely detail all over the boots, on the gloves. You've got all the tiny little bits of intricate detail there. Another thing I like as well is on the back of the knee pads and the elbow pads, you can see he's got a little bit of webbing material, so that's quite nice. It gives it a bit of authentic feel. You can see a bit better on the back of the legs. One of the things everyone was a bit worried about was the size of the eagle. Now every artist who's done Dredd has got their own interpretation of the size of the eagle, and Ben Wilshire, this is taken from one of the comics that he did, one of the progs. So if you're looking for the progs, you'll see this style. And it actually works with the movability of this figure, because it doesn't interfere at all with any of the movement of that arm, as you can see. And what I do like about this is there's 3 points on this figure where it's magnets are being used to put things on. So you've got one on the eagle, one on the shoulder pad, and you just make out the circular bit there, and there it is underneath. Goes on, and then one on the actual Dredd badge as well, a tiny little one. So you can have the badge just sitting nicely there, as you can see. And you've also got a loop on the left hand side for the day stick, and on the pouch in the back there's the bit for the the stun grenades, smoke grenades, whatever you want to call them. I won't get picky like I do with rounds. Boot holster for the lawgiver, and a horse for the knife, which we don't see that much now. I think everyone likes someone who gives the old shout of boot knife when he stabs it into somebody's neck. One of the things, you've got a warning: do not open or close the zipper by pulling on the chain. So there we are, in case you're a bit, I'll better move there before I damage that box. So all I did is just push it up with my finger, because a lot of people have got him with his hairy chest open, you know what I mean? That's you, Pete Wells, and your pictures. Just push the zip up so you don't get demerits for dressing incorrectly, you know what I mean? It's okay if it was an Anderson and the zipper's right down so a nice cleavage is shown. Oh no, that'll upset some people, it's a bit sexist, oh dear. Anyway, so let's put the bits and bobs in. So you've got, there's his boot knife, very nice, put that in. You've got, now the funny thing is I probably won't be able to get these out easy. Alright, anyway, let's go for this. There's one of his grenades, very small. I'll do some close-ups on this, you'll see these as well. Put that in the back. That's quite a snug fit, so that won't, you've got to actually now I'm putting you can physically force that in, so that's quite good, so you won't lose that. You know what, this is hilarious. Ah, there's a deer stick. There's a deer stick, so you just put that in there. So let's go up through the... Oh, that's interesting. The belt comes off quite nicely as well, so you can take the belt off. Got a press stud there. So then you can put the deer stick through. Come on. Force it through a little bit. There we are, and it sits just on that little silver seal it has, so that's quite nice. You also got no, I'll tip these out because they... There we are. So that's not... It's the lawgiver and the spare mag that are the ones that are difficult. And that's the mag, which is now fell on the floor. And the lawgiver, let's just put them out of the way, just get that mag. Right. The belt. See how professional this is. There's your spare mag. Nice little bit there, so I'll put that in the mag pouch. Spare grenades, you got two there, so they fit quite nicely in there, as you can see when I turn that round. So there we are. And just put the belt back on. And then fasten it with that little stud bit, and then just push it into position. So there we are. So you got Dredd, the deer stick. I'm sure with time that'll just drop into position nicely like that, and that's a bit better. You've got the cuffs. Now apparently there's a compartment on the lawmaster that's coming for the other. I mean, this is the only bit that's a bit rubbishy because it just doesn't go anywhere with this figure, but like I say, it's going to be with the lawmaster. And there's your Mark II lawgiver, fits in nicely into the boot holster there, so there we are. And as you can see, quite nice movement there, legs move, knees move, bit of movement on the hips so you can move to turn round sideways, and the uniform gives with it. And you've got 6 hands altogether, so you've got the trigger finger one there, you've got the classic pointing fist there, so your fingers pointing, stop perp. Then you've got you've got a left and right clenched fists for if you want to punch somebody. So there's Dredd's fist. and you've also got a open hand, which sort of if you're grabbing something like that, or your nice chokehold of all your other little figures that you've got, like if you've got a Batman and Dredd's beating them up, because obviously that's what you'll be doing. And that's quite similar, that one actually. Yeah, the fingers are spread slightly more on the other hand, but you can also use the day stick and fix that in there. So yeah, I mean, I'm very well impressed with this. So let's see if I can get that hand in there. And I won't bother doing that. So it's faffing about. So as you can see, fantastic figure. Well worth getting, and he's got a little bit of damage to his lip. Well done, Mr. Wiltshire, for putting that in. There we are. I think that'll about cover it. Go and get yours. Oh, he's an extra little bit. There's the base for Dredd. So you can stand him on there, and you've got holes in the back of his heels. So you can just sit him on. Let's just try and get him on that one. Come on. There we are. So there he is. So you can have him stood upright on top of your shelf. So that's pretty good. That's the last bit. There we are. See you next time.